And again, this is a lunar eclipse, this is not a solar eclipse, so there's no chance that anyone, including our president, will inadvertently blind himself again. Wow, you know, I was thinking today, what a dumb guy we picked for president. You know how he fired all those federal workers without even knowing what they do? Well, a judge today ordered thousands of them to be rehired just in time for the government to shut down tomorrow. Things are running like a Swiss clock. You know, there was a time when firing people was the only thing Donald Trump was good at.
I understand why people are not taking him seriously because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people around and say, what, we told you so? Or whoever, I told you so? It's going to happen. If he gets elected, it's going to change this country for every.
Robert De Niro and Kimmel tore into Donald and Melania Trump on live TV like it was open season. De Niro fired off brutal shots like he was channeling his inner Goodfellas, and Kimmel? He lit Trump up like a holiday turkey. As for Melania, she looked one step away from booking a one-way ticket out. What set the crowd off? Did Trump go full caps lock meltdown? And is Melania finally done playing First Lady? Let's break it down.
In all fairness to the former president, is that true? Do you have to use a teleprompter when speaking about President Trump? Or are you able to just kind of riff on your thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's so stupid. Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever. He's a moron.
Look, between you people, don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Donald Trump thought he'd seen heat from the press. He had no idea what was coming. Robert De Niro and Jimmy Kimmel teamed up like it was a heavyweight slugfest, and the only thing hitting the canvas was Trump's pride. This wasn't some casual roast. It was a cinematic beatdown, sharp and savage like a Scorsese-crafted ambush.
War can't fix. Trump has been systematically alienating our allies around the world. Yesterday, he did Ireland. He's going alphabetically. Screw you, Australia, Britain, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany. Skip the H, went right to Ireland. And you're next, Japan. Oh, he did Japan already? Well, then look out, Korea. You're the one that's next. Today, Trump threatened to put a 200% tariff on alcohol imported from Europe. That includes wine, spirits, and beer from Europe. And that is particularly unfair. He's making it very expensive to get drunk. He's the reason.
Always ready to raise the stakes, he brought in the big guns. Enter De Niro. The moment he hit the stage, the place went wild. Because when the king of on-screen mobsters grabs the mic, somebody's about to get wrecked. And De Niro? He didn't come to play nice. He came locked and loaded, unleashing years of bottled-up fury straight at Trump like a verbal hit job.
He's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote and vote.
Do you think he pretends to be dumber than he is to confuse people and make them think,
No, I don't think so.
Why do you?
They have a protest of Robert De Niro yesterday. He's a fool. He's a broken down fool. Standing out there, he got maggot.
He's dangerous. And let's be real, we all know it. People need to show up and vote. Again and again. Well, once each, obviously. But seriously, does he act clueless on purpose to throw people off? Nah, not even that clever. And as for that protest against Robert De Niro yesterday, pathetic. Just a bitter, broken-down fool ranting outside. That's what he's become. Desperate and delusional.
He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
You're enjoying? Then hit that subscribe. De Niro never played it safe. He tore into Trump's fake tough guy act, mocking his clumsy attempts at looking strong. Tough guy? De Niro smirked. This is the same guy who needs 2 hands to drink water. The crowd erupted. Even Kimmel had to pause, letting the laughter roll before dropping his own punch. He talks about punching people. Well, I'd love to punch him in the face. And just when it felt over, Kimmel slid back in like a late-night hitman. He painted Trump pacing his gold-plated palace, rage scrolling on his phone, tiny thumbs blasting out, "Find a way to block De Niro on Truth Social." The crowd went wild.
He was in court all day Monday. He was all day yesterday. Today he had a day off. And how did he spend that? Brunch with Melania? No. Maybe a catch with Barron in the yard? No. Santa Claus got up bright and early to post 165 venomous words about yours truly.
The air was electric, like De Niro had been gearing up his whole life for this verbal takedown, slicing through Trump's ego with the cold precision of a mob hit. But this wasn't just another celeb rant. This was pressure built over decades exploding like a soda can shaken too hard. And the internet? Total meltdown. Trump supporters scrambled for a comeback, but all they managed was mid-tier noise. Meanwhile, Trump was likely storming through Mar-a-Lago, thumbs jabbing his phone like he was unlocking a cheat code in Angry Birds. Aides probably looked on in panic as he rage-typed an all-caps mess that read like a busted AI trying to throw shade. Let's face it, no journalist, no comedian, no politician ever delivered a takedown this raw. This was De Niro in full raging bull mode, dismantling a man whose empire was built on gold and bravado. It wasn't a movie, but it sure felt like one. And the villain? Still out there, doom scrolling.
The hosts, are they great, or do we need to make them great again and kind of go one by one here?
Oh, he's
So,
terrible. He's
great or great again, Jimmy Kimmel?
Well, he's not. He's not. First of all, they all have bad ratings. The one that's the most successful is Greg.
Who? Greg Gutfeld. So Jimmy Kimmel, we got to make him great again.
Jimmy Kimmel's a loser. Look, all they do is talk bad about Trump. That's all. The whole show is talking bad about Trump.
For a guy obsessed with getting the last word, the silence was brutal. Was Trump actually stunned into silence? The world waited, half holding its breath, for the inevitable meltdown. And like clockwork, it dropped. His thumbs went into overdrive, firing off a digital tantrum. De Niro washed up. Kimmel lost. The roast was rigged. Then, out of nowhere, he pivoted. Suddenly, he was a film critic, too. Raging Bull? Trash? Casino? Overrated? The Irishman? Snooze fest. All this from the guy whose top movie role was a 7-second cameo in Home Alone 2. The internet went wild. Memes, side-by-side shots of De Niro's Oscar wins and Trump pointing in a hotel lobby flooded every feed. And just when it looked like the flames might settle, boom, another Hollywood event, another De Niro mic drop, packed house, fired-up crowd, and De Niro throwing verbal jabs like it was round 2. If Trump thought this feud had an off switch, he seriously miscalculated.
I'm gonna say one thing, fuck Trump.
Under the studio lights, Kimmel was living his best life. His show? A roast hotter than a 4th of July cookout, with Trump as the juicy main course. He went all in, dedicating an entire monologue to Trump's meltdown, serving up a masterclass in comedic destruction. And to level up the chaos, Kimmel brought in a legit film critic, comparing the legendary Robert De Niro's cinematic masterpieces to Trump's acting career, which mostly consisted of barking orders at a studio. Audience, celebrities. One of these men has an Academy Award, Kimmel quipped, grinning. The other kicked Meatloaf off a reality show. The crowd lost it, laughing like they just found out their student loans were wiped clean. The absurdity was off. the charts as Kimmel kept firing punchlines faster than a Vegas slot machine. It was a comedic knockout, and Trump's meltdown? Perfect material to fuel late-night TV for weeks. Meanwhile, back at Mar-a-Lago, a certain someone was hammering out a rage tweet storm, probably hunting for the caps lock key through a sea of tears.
You and I have something in common. We have both been immortalized on social media by our former president, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We have, I think this might have been the first time he wrote about you. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk. And then he says, at the end, he says, wake up punchy, he said.